Hey up, it's Steve from the old Yorkshire Geek, and it's list time! Yay! I can't remember the last time I did a list. It's been a while though, hasn't it? It's been a month or so. So I thought I'd dig out another list. This time, again, courtesy of Screen Rant. A pre-done list. This one is the 10 funniest episodes of Stargate SG-1. I suppose that's open to debate, maybe. I've not looked at this list, by the way. So, and there might be some episodes I can't remember because my memory lately is terrible. I'm sure I've got Alzheimer's or something. But before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. I'm also on Facebook, X and Instagram. Links are in the description for those, as are the links for my Patreon page and my merch page. You can get t-shirts and stuff. Obviously I'm not wearing one because I keep forgetting. And what else? My books, my 2 books that are available on Amazon: Mercury Rapids, light-hearted sci-fi action adventure, and Silent Predator, short horror novella. They're on Amazon Kindle and paperback, so links in the description for those as well. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? So here we go. The 10 funniest episodes of Stargate SG-1. Who wrote this? Kayla Turner, and there's Jack O'Neill and Sam What's-Face, Samantha Carter. Right, Stargate SG-1, the article says, is primarily known for its science fiction elements, but the show also has plenty of funny moments. Apologies for that if you heard that. That would be cat just bombing by. Anyway, resulting in some of the series' most humorous episodes. I mean, Stargate is particularly SG-1 and Atlantis, is more renowned for its light-hearted sci-fi qualities rather than its, although it did have serious episodes, it were more known for its light-hearted take on things. But it wasn't a comedy, not like The Orville, but that had deliberately funny, jokey scenes in it. As SG-1 just had humorous scripts essentially. Right, so anyway, the series' ability to seamlessly integrate various genres from action adventure to profound character drama and even the occasional horror episode is a testament to its versatility and enduring appeal. It's not that enduring, is it? We haven't had any for yonks, bloody hell. Amazon, MGM, pull your fingers out. However, it is the show's comedic elements that truly set it apart, with the cast's impeccable timing and chemistry elevating even the most mundane scenes into moments of pure hilarity. From Richard Dean Anderson's iconic portrayal of Colonel Jack O'Neill, 2 L's, the one with 1 L had no sense of humour. That's in SG-1, isn't it? Whose quick wit and sarcastic quips never fail to diffuse tense situations, to the rest of the ensemble's ability to play off each other's strengths. Some of the best episodes of Stargate SG-1's ultimate levels of humour. When the series fully embraces its comedic potential, the results are nothing short of spectacular, delivering episodes that are as memorable as they are side-splittingly funny. These humorous episodes serve as a perfect counterbalance to the show's more serious and dramatic moments, making Stargate SG-1 a well-rounded and endlessly entertaining series. By the way, Stargate Atlantis had its fair share of comedic episodes, or comedic moments as well. But in only 5 seasons, whereas SG-1 got 10. Stargate Universe, less known for its fun. Although in season 2 it did lighten up quite a lot towards the end and started getting more into the Stargate as we know it TV groove. But that was too late, it got cancelled. Anyway, number 10, Bad Guys. SG-1 season 10, episode 16. I'm trying to remember this one, and it's not. Oh no, I don't know though. Let's have a read. It might jog my memory. In Bad Guys, the SG-1 team, so if it's season 10, it's Colonel, what's-his-face, Cameron Mitchell in charge, isn't it? Not Jack O'Neill. In Bad Guys, the SG-1 team finds themselves in an unfamiliar and humorous situation, having to pose as terrorists after inadvertently causing a lockdown in a museum on another world. Oh, yes, I do remember this one now, yes. I won't call it funny, though. I didn't think it was funny, this episode. Anyway, the episode brilliantly showcases the team's adaptability and quick thinking as they navigate through this unexpected predicament, all while keeping a crowd of hostages under control and devising a plan to return home. The comedic elements shine through as the usually competent team struggles to maintain their false personas, leading to a series of entertaining mishaps and improvisations. As I said, I don't really remember this episode being particularly funny, but anyway. Vala Maldoran's character particularly stands out in this episode. She's like naturally a bad guy, sort of. As her past experience as a criminal proves invaluable in managing the hostage situation and blending into the role of a terrorist. Her quick wit and charm add an extra layer of humour to the already amusing circumstances. Additionally, the inclusion of a would-be hero among the hostages, reminiscent of John McClane from Die Hard, contributes to the episode's comedic value. I won't go that far, as his attempts to save the day are thwarted by the team's efforts to maintain their cover. Again, I wouldn't call that a funny, humorous episode, bad guys. And to be honest, it's probably an episode I would skip, to be honest. And I'm a fan of seasons 9 and 10. I've said before, I'm one of these weird people that seasons 9 and 10 are my two favourite seasons of Stargate SG-1, because I'm weird. But that episode is not among my favourites. But anyway, off we go. Mobius Part 1, Stargate's SG-1 Season 8, Episode 19. This one, again, I didn't think this was... It had funny bits in it, but I suppose so. Because we see the alternative future, Jackson and Carter, which is, mildly amusing, with Carter being all goofy and nerdy. But anyway, we got some pictures for this. Did we have pictures for the other one? Oh, yeah, we did. I forgot to look into. So these are some images from Bad Guys. That's the boss man. What else we got? They're terrible, but where did they capture these images from? Like a 188p thumbnail or something? Bloody Nara. Look at them. What's gone on here? Have they tried to AI them or what? What terrible pictures. Anyway, for not a great episode. These don't look much better, do they? I don't know what they've done here. Have they taken like low quality images? Have they taken images and like arted them? Quotes, arted them up. I don't know. But anyway, whatever. Right, the episode Mobius Part 1 takes the concept of time travel to new heights, delivering a humorous adventure that alters the very foundation of the Stargate universe. Essentially, it splits off another timeline. But we don't need to talk about that. By sending the SG-1 team back to ancient Egypt to prevent Ra's tyranny, the show creates an entirely new timeline, erasing years of character development and iconic missions, but not really. By the end of it, spoilers, O'Neill has fish in his fishless pond. That's about. It's probably a riff on The Simpsons, to be completely honest, because Jack O'Neill, we know, loves The Simpsons, so they probably thought we'll write in a thing that. There was a Simpsons episode, I think one of the Halloween horror episodes, where Homer keeps going round back in time and stuff, and changing the future, changing timelines. He keeps going between these different timelines, and he ends up with one that's near enough for him, even though his family have forked tongues and stuff. He goes, near enough. And I think that's what they were going for with this. Anyway. This bold narrative choice allows for a fresh perspective on the characters as they are thrust into unfamiliar roles and dynamics. The alternate versions of Jack, Sam, Daniel and Teal'c are a source of both humour, as their lack of shared experiences and camaraderie results in a team that is both awkward and endearing. A source of both humour, and then they didn't say anything else. And something, both humour and camaraderie. I don't know. Got that wrong there, didn't it? Anyway, whatever. Watching these alternate selves navigate the challenges of restoring the original timeline speaks to the show's ability to create engaging stories, even when the characters are not quite themselves. Undoubtedly one of the Sci-Fi Channel's best shows, this episode of Stargate SG-1 is full of comedic elements that balance perfectly with the high-stakes mission at hand. It's a good episode. I liked Mobius 1 and 2. I like them. There we go. There's nerdy Carter. It's still super hot. And there's Daniel, who kind of looks like the version of Daniel Jackson we saw in the episode where they were playing the game, the video game that Teal'c got stuck in. And I've forgotten what it was called. I can't remember. Kind of looks like him, but in that. Probably deliberate again. But yes, it was a good episode. Because what happened, they went back in time, they found a puddle jumper that had the time machine in. So that was a link to Stargate Atlantis. They found this puddle jumper that had the time machine in. They went back in time to do something or other. Or they got trapped there. And because I don't think they couldn't find a power source to get back. Or something, I've forgotten. And then because they've gone back in time, I think they try and stop Ra or something. They do something. They affect history anyway. And then when we jump back to present day, things have changed, such as Carter being a nerd and Daniel Jackson, not being the Daniel Jackson we know. And I think they do find a ZPM, however you want to pronounce it, and I think they sort it out. And I can't remember how, but they're watching a video because they had a camcorder with them. The original SG-1 had a camcorder with them to record things for the future, for posterity, and they find that, and it still works after what is it, 5,000 years or whatever. Anyway, whatever. It's a fun episode. It is funny, and like I said, when it's Carter and Jackson doing their funny stuff, is the funny stuff in it, being off character. Anyway, number 8, Family Ties. I hate this episode. I hate this episode. Stargate SG-1 season 10, episode 18. So we had 2 episodes in a row. Season 10, episode 18 and 19 that I generally skip. But anyway, so here we go. In Family Ties, the arrival of Vala's father, Jasek, who I hate this episode, at Stargate Command sets the stage for a comedic exploration of family dynamics and personal growth. Jasek's claim of possessing crucial information about an impending attack on Earth serves as the catalyst for a series of hilarious interactions, should have put that in quotes, shouldn't they, and misadventures involving Vala, Cameron Mitchell and Daniel Jackson. As the team navigates Jasek's questionable motives and schemes, the episode deftly balances humour with more serious themes of trust, forgiveness and the complexities of parent-child relationships. I just don't like this episode. Paralleling Vala's strange relationship with her father, General Landry's own familial challenges with his daughter, Dr. Lam, and ex-wife Kim add depth to the episode's narrative. The General's realisation of his own shortcomings as a father and his subsequent advice to Vala to show leniencies towards Jasek despite his criminal past showcases the show's ability to tackle emotional growth and understanding amidst the comedic chaos. Maybe that's why I don't like it, because I have no emotional growth. Maybe I'm slightly autistic. I've got an autistic son, so maybe I am slightly autistic, so I don't understand these things. The episode's climax delivers a satisfying blend of humour and wit, solidifying Family Ties as one of the funniest and most heartwarming episodes in the series. I skip it. I generally skip it. Oh, well, there he is. I forgot the name of the bloody actor now. Famous actor, but I forgot his name. You know what I'm like. Right, number 7, Upgrades. This is a good episode. SG-1 Season 4, Episode 3. There you go, they've got their... They find a thing that gives them superpowers, essentially. In the Stargate SG-1 episode Upgrades, look at the images. Have done better with these ones? A little bit. And there's the lovely Tok'ra, played by... I forgot. Vanessa Angel. There we go. There we go. So they get these wrist things that give them superpowers. Off they go. Doing superpowery stuff. Right, in the Stargate SG-1 episode Upgrades, the team's humorous side is showcased as they inadvertently gain superhuman abilities from alien armbands. Much like Ms. Marvel, while the enhanced strength, speed and cognitive functions lead to some thrilling action sequences, it's the smaller, more intimate moments that truly make this episode stand out. The steakhouse scene in particular offers a fun glimpse into the team's camaraderie and friendship outside their usual high-stakes missions. Watching Jack Samuel, Who the hell's Samuel? Because I saw Daniel next to it. Watching Jack, Sam, Daniel and Teal'c enjoy a casual night out together, engaging in playful banter and friendly competition, adds a layer of depth to their relationships and highlights the strong bonds they've formed over the years. These light-hearted moments serve as a refreshing contrast to the intense and often life-threatening situations they face on a regular basis, making Upgrades a fan-favourite Stargate SG-1 episode. And it is good, it is a fun episode. It is a fun episode. I can't deny that. Right, next up, number 6, Fragile Balance, Stargate SG-1 Season 7, Episode 6. I think this might be one I skip as well, because it's got young Jack. And I bloody hate that kid. I'm sorry, I just do. And they've gone back to the crappy images again for some weird reason. Oh no, that one's alright. What's happened to his face? Is it melting? Oh, look at Asgard. But I hate this kid. Does me head in. Anyway, in Fragile Balance, a teenager claiming to be Jack O'Neill infiltrates the SGC using, I wish I'd learned to read and speak, using the Colonel's key card, leading to a series of comedic interactions and moments of self-reflection as the characters grapple with the implications of Jack's transformation. Initially met with scepticism, the young man's uncanny knowledge of their operations gradually convinces the SGC personnel that he is indeed a youthful version of Jack. Plus, I think they test his DNA. Setting the stage for an entertaining exploration of identity and ageing. As the mystery behind Jack's condition deepens with medical tests revealing cellular changes and Jacob Carter, Sam's dad, who's a Tok'ra now, suggesting stasis as a temporary solution, the young Jack's rebellious nature adds an extra layer of humour and urgency to the plot. I think the reason I didn't like it is because it was basically grown-up Jack in a kid's body, and it didn't mesh for me. His mannerisms and the way he acted. It was being an adult and saying adult things in a kid's body, and it didn't work for me. I just don't like child actors, maybe. His decision to the episode Rascals in TNG, I hate that one as well. But anyway. His decision to escape the SGC showcases the character's signature wit and resourcefulness, even in his younger form. The ultimate revelation of the true identity behind the young Jack's appearance highlights Stargate SG-1's skillful approach to weaving comedy, drama and science fiction elements into a cohesive and engaging narrative. Again, it's one I generally skip because I don't like him. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's a lovely young man, although they're all grown up now, obviously. But anyway. Number 5, Wormhole Extreme. Cool episode. SG-1 Season 5, Episode 12. And there's Martin. Who's it? Spoilers, is an alien trapped on Earth. What are they showing that for? That's not from Wormhole Extreme, that's from 200. Stupid people. They're the Wormhole Extreme characters. There they are. Because what happens is they make a TV series, Martin writes it, based on, essentially SG-1. They're wondering how it's got out there. Stargate SG-1's 100th episode, Wormhole Extreme, offers a funny, self-referential look at the show's own production as the writers playfully spoof themselves and the sci-fi genre. The episode revolves around Martin Lloyd, an alien living on Earth. By the way, I think the actor died recently, didn't he? I'm sure he did. Anyway. Living on Earth, who creates a television show based on his latent memory of the real Stargate programme. The result is a hilarious and off-kilter portrayal of the SG-1 team, with exaggerated versions of Colonel O'Neill, Major Carter, Daniel and Teal'c that showcase the show's willingness to poke fun at itself. The episode is filled with Easter eggs and meta-humour, from the appearance of real-life crew members and producers to the use of the Bridge Studios, where Stargate SG-1 was actually filmed, as the set for the fictional show. Writers Joseph Malozzi and Paul Mully also take the opportunity to lampoon common tropes and cliches in pop sci-fi, while Wormhole Extreme represents a departure from the series' usual tone and format. It stands as a successful and entertaining experiment in self-parody. Yes, and it's a lot of fun. And it's also true, because that's what the government does. It allows sci-fi shows to leak out information about what's really going on. So that's why Stargate's real and all that. In my mind. By the way, Martin would pop up again in episode 200, which we called that. We'll probably see that in this list, because that was a funny episode as well. I hope we do anyway. Number 4, The Other Guys. I had to put this much higher up on this list, although there's only 3 spots higher, but it'd have been up there. In fact, my top 2 would have been probably this at number 1 and 200 at number 2, even though 200 is the most comedic episode. But I just love The Other Guys. Stand easy, we're here to rescue you. How he talks. But anyway, The Other Guys, season 1, SG-1, season 6, episode 8. We've gone back to the crappy pictures. Couldn't they get better quality ones? So there we go. There they are. But couldn't even get that right, could they? And there's Dr. Phlox from Enterprise. That might be the bit where he's saying, stand easy, we're here to rescue you. Cool episode. Anyway, right, off we go. Stargate SG-1 Season 6 episode, The Other Guys, takes a refreshing detour from the usual focus on the SG-1 team, instead shining the spotlight on the often overlooked scientists who work behind the scenes at the SGC. This unique perspective allows for a humorous and offbeat episode that relies heavily on the comedic talents of its guest stars. So I wonder how they kept the Stargate programme so quiet. Having all these, there must be like thousands and thousands of people working on it, going to different planets, and nary a word gets out. But that's the power of what do you call them? On NDAs. That's the word, NDAs, and also the Official Secrets Act. Anyway, I forgot what I want now. I'll start again. This unique perspective allows for a humorous and offbeat episode that relies heavily on the comedic talents of its guest stars, particularly Canadian comedy legend Patrick McKenna as Jay Felger, who will pop up again in the episode Avenger, being funny again. And Star Trek Enterprise actor John Billingsley as his nerdy sidekick Simon Coombs, who worships at the altar of Roddenberry. It's a great episode, it is. The chemistry between McKenna and Billingsley is the driving force behind the episode's humour, as their characters' contrasting personalities and quirky interactions bring levity to the high-stakes situation they find themselves in. Felger's fanboy admiration for SG-1 and Coombs's playful... I wonder if he's named after Jeffrey Coombs. I bet he is. Playful jabs at his friend's obsession with the team create a dynamic that is both endearing and amusing. The situational comedy that arises from their misguided attempt to rescue SG-1 adds to the episode's overall charm and humour, and is a top episode. It'd be in my top 2 easily. Maybe my top 2 of all Stargate episodes. I don't know. I love that episode. It's great. Number 3, 200. Number 3, bloody hell. Anyway. Here we go, more pictures. Are these any better? Essentially, you can't call it a clip show, because it's not a clip show. It's a sketch show, a Stargate sketch show with a show on what might happen. It's, as I say, it's got Martin in it again, and he's taking pictures. Not taking pictures. Pitches. I want ideas for he's doing a film, a Wormhole Extreme film. And they're giving him ideas for other stuff, so they're like, obviously Star Trek rip-off. The Furlings, this is the episode we see the Furlings, although that's not really the Furlings. But obviously it's based on Ewoks, obviously. But I think the Furlings will be if we ever see the Furlings, I think they'll be bad guys, I do. Or maybe not bad guys, but like the Vorlons, ambivalent towards other life forms. The wipers out, whatever. I think that's what they'd be like if we ever saw them. Anyway, there's what's this? Oh, that's from the Farscape skit that they did. Again, that one. Wizard of Oz. It's a funny episode, and they missed out. Looks like there's one from up here. Is it? Yeah, that's from 200 as well. It showed them as puppets. That was funny. Anyway. Stargate SG-1's 200th episode, 200's framing device, sees the return of Martin Lloyd seeking SG-1's input on a Wormhole Extreme movie script. This allows for a series of outrageous and hilarious scenarios that place the characters in unexpected situations, from alien encounters and time travel to the playful subversion of sci-fi tropes and self-referential humour. I'll learn to speak. 200 is a non-stop rollercoaster ride of creativity and laughter. By embracing... Oh, sorry. Give a clue to what number 2 was then. I've just seen it, sorry. By embracing the chaos and letting the writer's imaginations run free, Stargate SG-1's 200 delivers a fitting tribute to its own success. The sheer audacity of the vignettes and the abundance of Stargate running gags make this episode an instantly memorable and enjoyable experience. This milestone episode cements Stargate SG-1's place as a sci-fi series that knows how to have fun and honour its own history. They knew that the series was being cancelled, I think, by the way, when this came out. So they wrote an episode where the Stargate had broken down, and Siler was trying to get it working again. Sergeant Siler, with his massive wrench, were trying to get it working again. And I think it's Carter that says, how can something that's worked perfectly for 10 years suddenly stop working all of a sudden? Obviously referencing their cancellation of the series. But then there's a hopeful bit at the end where Martin's on the phone. The movie's been cancelled, but they've picked him up for another series. Yay! But that never happened. Anyway, so number 2, Ergo. I don't like this episode either. I don't like Dom DeLuise. I didn't like him in like stuff as being like Cannonball Run and stuff like that. There's something about him I don't like him. Everybody loves him, but I don't. Anyway, season 3, episode 16, Ergo. There he is. Everybody's laughing at Dom DeLuise because he's Dom DeLuise, basically the father of the other DeLuises that appear in Stargate. In Ergo, SG-1, this one, why is this number 2? Number 2, Christ on the bag. In Ergo, SG-1 faces a unique challenge, a shared hallucination caused by an alien brain implant. This lovable and mischievous character is not, in my opinion, is played by comedy legend Dom DeLuise. DeLuise's genius shines through as he portrays both Ergo, the incessant and curious figment of their imagination, and Togar, the alien scientist responsible for their predicament. The episode's success owes much to DeLuise's comedic timing and the cast's ability to perfectly play off his antics. The humour in Ergo... I just saw what number 1 was then. Me and me bloody scrolling. The humour in Ergo is elevated by the improvisation and chemistry between DeLuise and the Stargate SG-1 cast. Memorable moments such as Teal'c stoically drinking an entire pot of steaming hot coffee and the team's exasperation with Ergo's boundless curiosity have made this episode a favourite, filled with quotable lines and meme-worthy scenes. Was that steaming hot coffee in this one? I thought that were in Upgrades. Obviously, I'm wrong. Isn't said to him, he drinks it off and says, "Isn't that hot?" And he goes, "Extremely." Anyway, that's probably the best. If that is in this episode, that's probably the best bit. Where were we? Ergo stands as a testament to the series' ability to balance humour and heart, creating an unforgettable and hilarious adventure. I didn't like it. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. Because I don't like Dom DeLuise, and I never have. So there we go. They could have put Telly Savalas in it, and it would have been a similar thing. I don't like Telly Savalas either. Anyway, right, so number 1, Window of Opportunity. Fair enough, this is a good episode, I must admit. It's Groundhog Day. Every genre series seems to have a Groundhog Day episode. Star Trek had it. Supernatural had one, and Stargate had one. I'm sure other series have had them. Anyway, season 4, episode 6. There they are. There's the bad guy. There's Jack losing his mind. Anyway, so there we go. On my back swing, etc. Right, Jack and Teal'c's time-looping misadventures in Window of Opportunity have solidified the episode as one of the funniest in Stargate SG-1's history. He's up there. It'll be my number 3. Amidst the sci-fi intrigue of ancient devices and impending catastrophes, I think, is this the first time we see an ancient control board with the things that have to push in and out? Or did we see one in... Yeah, yes, I think it might be the first time we see one, I think. Because we see him again later on. Much later on. Anyway. I forgot what I want now. The episode shines brightest when showcasing Jack's signature dry humour and quick wit. As the duo struggle to convince their teammates of their predicament, they embark on a hilarious journey of self-improvement from learning Latin to mastering new skills. As I said, it's Groundhog Day. Daniel's suggestion, because they keep repeating the same day over and over again. Daniel's suggestion that the time loop grants them consequence-free freedom unleashes. Sorry, I was just thinking consequence-free. It reminds me of Austin Powers.
As long as people are still having promiscuous sex with many anonymous partners without protection, while at the same time experimenting with mind-expanding drugs in a consequence-free environment, I'll be sound as a pound.
Anyway, never mind. Consequence-free freedom unleashes a series of unforgettable moments, from Teal'c's juggling abilities to Jack's impulsive kiss with Sam, and the iconic scene of the pair hitting golf balls through an open wormhole. These light-hearted montages feature the perfect amount of humour. Window of Opportunity stands as a prime example of Stargate SG-1's comedic genius, delivering laughs and heart in equal measure. And there we go. Oh, they didn't mention it in episode 200 when Jack were invisible for a while. He was in the ladies' locker room, and Carter's saying, "Well, I'm Dom DeLuise," and Carter's saying, "Sir, are you there?" No. Anyway, it is funny. So there we go. So number 1, Window of Opportunity. It'd be my number 3. I think the other guy's my number 1. 200's 2. Window of Opportunity would be 3 for me, but fair enough. And some of these episodes I know they're supposed to be humorous, Dom DeLuise. I just don't like Dom DeLuise. Sorry. Can't help it. But anywho, so there we go. That were the top 10 funniest episodes of Stargate SG-1, according to Kayla Turner, which is fair enough, I suppose. Apart from a couple, which I wouldn't have included in there. But I don't know what I'd put in there as a replacement, to be completely honest. I'd have to think about it. But there we go. So, 10 funniest episodes of Stargate SG-1. Right, so, cool. We'll leave it there. So, hang on, let me get rid of that. There we go. So, thanks for watching. Wherever you are, look after each other. And until next time, I'll say this.